Okay, so I started recording. Today is May 14, and I will talk about the AI screener at Tickeron. My name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have PhD in math. I used to teach at Santa Clara University here in Silicon Valley, and then I started a few companies with a few good exits, and now I'm working with Tickeron and use all my knowledge, what I have in the trading and in the math to build that system, okay? So the core of the system which we have is artificial intelligence, okay? And another circle, as you can see, is the natural language generation. So we also explain what AI does. And it is pretty much for self-directed investors with some human touch, okay? So what is our mission? Our mission is to really help to self-directed investors being a security and exchange commission company. What it means not every company which you see on the internet, not everyone is SEC registered. The difference is a big difference. If you an SEC registered company, then you cannot say pretty much anything which goes beyond the gray area. Okay, you have to be clear. No BS, black and white. We can do that. We cannot do that. Some of the companies are not SEC, not some, most of them not SEC registered. Okay, they can say pretty much anything they want. They can promise you 100% return within a month. They can promise you anything. And be careful. So how to find out if a company is SEC registered? Maybe if you heard about Betterment, you find the legal part and find a form ADV part 2, which gives all the disclaimers. And that way, this company can give advice, and we can give advice inside of our system, and all others cannot, okay? So I kind of getting some questions, good, and I will continue. So a lot of trades right now made by computers. Without computers, it's very hard to trade, and that's the reason you guys are here. And I will show you all our capabilities around the screener, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you some basics in the trading plan development. I will explain our concept of odds of trading success, which is pretty much a backtesting. And then I will tell you how we analyze the groups in screener, outside the screener, and also give you introduction to our paper trade capabilities, okay? Which would allow you to trade without risk and without risk of losing real money, okay? So then we'll talk about screener, scanner, and all the filters which are surrounding the screener, okay? So just to understand what I'm going to be talking about, a few kind of basics. Trend continued strategy, when you have a stock up, then continue to go up. Some people like to trade on the dip, so go up, a little bit down and up. This is a breakout. Typically, we use it when we recognize patterns. And this is a trend reversal, which is the most dangerous kind of a strategy to find this point. Never try to find this point, you're going to lose the money, because most likely you're going to get here. So let's look at the examples. There were quite a few crashes even for the past 20 years. And what was happening, there was a crash, then bounce, and then all the way down, okay? So what it means, it's kind of trading on a dip, but down. It's kind of down, up, and that's a dip, and then going down, okay? That was 2000, that was internet bubble. 2008 was also crash, up and down, okay? We're right here. We went down, we kind of up, and a lot of people expect quite a lot of things going down. So if we look at this history and the history of other crashes, then we kind of analyze the statistics, okay? And it means we do the backtesting of our strategy, in this case on the dip, right? And let's look at this one, okay? So let's assume I believe that's going to be this strategy going up, down, up, and I go back to the history and I do backtesting. I find the similar case. Similar, it went up, that means success. It went down, it's a failure. Up, up, and then, so what I see 3 times out of 4, so that means odds of success is 75%, okay? So typically, when you develop a strategy, then you have to backtest it. And this process of backtesting, you have a strategy, trading on a dip, you go back, find the similar cases, and then calculate the odds of success, which is a backtesting. In any pretty much other system, you have to do it manually. You come up with a strategy, then you backtest. Then you come up with another strategy, let's say this one, you again have to backtest. Our approach is to do every night all backtesting for you. So that means when you access the system, it's all pre-backtested. So every strategy I'm going to be presenting to you today, the backtesting was already completed, okay? And that's the difference in what we do, okay? So now let's look at our system and see what and how you can use our system. First of all, the simplest way to use our system is to, for instance, type right here, let's say Tesla, T-S, yeah, I'll type it, Tesla, okay? So then I pick it up and then I click here, go. And on this page, you can collect pretty much all information you need to make a decision. But for that reason, you have to know the company, okay? And when you type, then you get all the information. So for instance, this is the information about the last trading session, okay? As you can see, it went 1.4% up, and it belongs to motor vehicle industry. And then you can see how it behaved over the month, over the quarter, over the month, okay? So then what you see is our analysis, okay? Based on all kinds of indicators and artificial intelligence. You will see why I'm explaining to you this first before going to the screener, because you're going to find all the explanations of this here, and then we're going to move to the table presentation. Okay. So, for instance, you can see Arun indicator reaches uptrend, and you can say, what's that Arun indicator? Some people know, some people don't. But if you don't, you click here and you can read. Okay. So the good thing is that pretty much any indicator you're not familiar with, here, moving average, boom, and you can get this information. So what we do in this article, we do analyze bullish trend, okay? Then we do analysis of the bearish trend, okay? Then we do fundamental analysis. As you can see here, we analyze the volume, and then we have all kinds of fundamental analysis, proprietary ratings. So for instance, this one, profit versus risk, it's 25 out of between 1 and 100. 1 is good, 100 is not, right? So what it means the ratio between profit and risk kind of reasonable. And then there are other, let's say, valuation. Valuation, it means it is significantly overvalued in this industry. Can it go up? Yes, but it's already overvalued. And in this industry, it is on a range of 85 out of 100. Okay? So then what you can do, you can read industry highlights. Clicking here, you can read about the industry, what are the market caps in the industry, what's going on, and then all the valuations in the industry. Then support the resistance analysis, okay? Then general information, if you want to read about fundamentals, all of them are here. As you can see, you can use in your mobile device. Then we give AI trend predictions, which is a proprietary premium tool, which is built on a neural network and then gives the 1 week and 1 month analysis what's going to happen. Then this is the earnings, and then other headlines from other sources and all the news about the Tesla, okay? Then we go up. As you can see, it's a really nice type of a presentation which you can scroll in your cell phone, okay? Then here is interesting things which pretty much nobody has. We see here, okay, this Tesla belongs to several groups, okay? And we're going to talk about these groups in the screener. Let's say motor vehicles, okay? So let's assume I kind of like Tesla, but I want to see what's going on with the entire group. It looks like that entire group, what you see here, the entire group correlates with the Tesla 98%. That's a very important because some of the trading strategies can be developed based on their group analysis. Here, Tesla went 1.56 up, but the entire group went up only 0.33, right? Then it's also clean tech, some batteries. And then let's assume you want to analyze some of the stocks. You click here, okay? And then you can read all the news about the motor vehicles. Just one click, and then all the news we generated here, okay? So you see what is the motor vehicles industry. It's a group highlights. And now we see the forecast for the entire industry, okay? And then this group is right here. See, on the right, we always give details, and inside we give analysis. And now the news are built based on the hashtags, okay? And here are the signals for every company which is in this industry consisting of 15 tickers, okay? So these are the news being generated and the signals being generated for, and it's kind of red. So as you can see, some of them green, some of the red, okay? Now, when you look at the news about motor vehicle industry, you can move these tickers pretty much anywhere on this blue field, okay? So you can move them to screener, you can move them to scanner, you can create a watch list, okay? Let's assume I want to trade tomorrow this industry. I can create a watch list. I click here, I add new, I will say, okay, let's say 0514 cars, okay? Click enter. Now I have my watch list consists of 15 tickers, okay? And then I can go anywhere I want. So for instance, I can check what's going on track prediction engine, our proprietary tool. I can move all the tickers from here to the tool. I can find all the patterns end of day. I can find all the patterns intraday. For instance, I click here, and now I see all the trends which are being predicted for all these tickers. You see 4, okay? All these predictions are here, okay? So it is just an introduction to the our system, which allows you to move any list anywhere in our site, okay? Now, let's go back and then see what can be done, not with one ticker I showed you, but with either category or industry or the theme, okay? So the way to use it let's say I want to find out what's going on with oil, and then oil gas production. And then now you see it could be moved to where? News. I can read all the news, I can read all the summaries, and then move to the screener, right? And that's the easiest way to find out everything about that particular industry in the screener. You click go, and then you are going to see everything you need to know about this list of tickers in this particular 97. Okay, and these are the fundamental analysis. So you see, it's a fundamental analysis, technical analysis, then all the classical fundamentals, and then this is earnings and dividends, and then this is a artificial intelligence analysis. And then if you need to look at the list of these tickers and sort them by the earnings day, you look at the earnings calendar, boom, and now you see who is going to be reporting when out of that particular list. I bet you've never seen that type of capabilities where you can analyze one list which you just started from any perspective, okay? So let me go back. And what I want also to show you is here a theme. Okay, what's the difference between industry theme? Because, for instance, 5G is a theme and there is no such an industry, okay? Or like another example, China, okay? So let's say I have China 216 stocks, China Internet 18 stocks. I click here, I can go to screener and look at all China Internet stock and analyze them. Okay. So I showed you the basic of this simple window which you can use on your cell phone. Now, what is the easiest way to use the screener? Now, let's go back to the screener, okay? The easiest way is to use it right here, popular features in screener. We created a few features. You click here. Now, as you can see that it could be retailers with the price growth, utilities, sports, entertainment companies, kind of restaurants, resorts, anything which you might be interested, let's say gold, kind of, right? These filters already created, and then you can click here, and that is going to bring you to the screener. You see, now I'm in the screener. Well, now let's go back and analyze the situation with the screen. You see, I chose the theme gold, okay? And you can choose pretty much any theme, and then you're going to see these companies with this theme and with this filter, okay? So you sort by market capitalization, everything is here. So, so I gave you the basics. Now let's focus only on screener, okay? So in order to get to screener, you click here and go to the screener home, and that's where you see a lot of hard data, which in some instances you can find in some other screeners, but not in the form and shape which we are presenting. For instance, okay, so as you can see first, some people like penny stocks, some people don't, okay? Some people like all of them. So the first thing is if we're in stocks, then I will explain that to you. If you want to analyze ETFs, mutual funds, Forex, cryptocurrencies, they have separate filters, okay? So that means, let's start. Create a filter in stocks, then you can save them in this list. As soon as you create a filter, you like it, then you can save it here, okay? And then you can extract them. You see how many filters I created, which helped me, okay? Then what we see here, you can have different types of filters. This is a filter, we call it industries, because it pretty much gives you a picture of all industries which moved up and down as an industry, okay? And there are some sub-industries. So for instance, real estate investment trust, non-energy, we click here, you see precious metals. So if we click one of them, then it's going to be the list of all the companies here. Okay. And then based on what? I click here because it moved the highest within 1 day. Now I have a list which I can extract and do something with that. If I want to analyze all the winners in a week, it was 1 day, gainers, and this says I can unclick it here, and let's assume this was a 1 week biotechnology moved up. And then 1 month, as you can see, biotechnology moved 17%. I can click here, 230 companies, and as you can see, they are here, okay? And interestingly enough, none of them are penny stocks. And then if I click here, I would get only penny stocks, but looks like there's none of them here. So now, what you're gonna do with this list in order to use it? The typical screener which you have is pretty much here. You have to understand how to use PB ratio, PE ratio, cash per share, beta, EPS, ROE, whatever, PEG ratio. Some people are experts, some not. And then if you are not, then you're kind of confused how you're going to use it, right? So what we did, we created, and I already showed you in the description, right? You remember I told you we have these proprietary ratings, okay? And then you can read those descriptions, and I showed you where. You click here, let's say a rating of valuation. Then you're gonna see which companies are undervalued, and some companies, if you click one more time, you're gonna get overvalued companies. All of them make sense to be traded, but with a different approach, okay? Let's assume I like these companies, all of them undervalued. Then I can look at their performance, clicking here, you see, it's not a bad performance. And I can quickly analyze them. But now what I want is to extract the only undervalued companies. So I go here, so fundamentals, it is those which you most likely don't know how to use. So what we did, we extracted all these parameters and created these odds and ratings for technical analysis and fundamental analysis. You take this fundamental analysis, and then we just talked about the cutting out the list only undervalued. So you see valuation rating, I click here, and then you see undervalued from 1 to 33, it's the first third. I click here, okay? Now I have 57 companies which I believe are undervalued. You can look here, you see that all of them are here. And let's assume I want to use only this filter. And if you look at this, all filters recorded here, this is stock excluding penny with valuation rating undervalued, okay, sorted by valuation. If I sort it by other means, let's assume I will sort it by technical analysis. I click here, I will talk about that screen too, and I click here at the moving average, okay? You see, now I sorted by how? Sorted by moving average, descending. Let me quickly talk about this technical analysis page. And if you know any indicators, you might know about moving average, some others. And then, if you remember, I talked about these odds of success and pre-calculations. And what we see here is the data for pre-calculation. As you can see, overbought, that's fine. But that signal from Arun, you remember I showed you where you can read about Arun. Actually, we should have made it here. Just click here and read it, right? So what it means 8 days ago, it means the Arun indicator gave a signal 8 days ago up, okay? And typical system would force you to do the backtesting, plus they would never answer to you what happened with the backtesting 8 days ago. So what our system does, it goes back to their history, takes the signal, calculates 8 days later, and says, even if it is 8 days later, it was still good. That signal from MACD was 2 days ago, it also good. 2 days ago, 10 days ago for Bollinger Bands and moving average. So you see, it's pretty much a good thing for all this company, okay? So what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna reduce this to some number, okay? So you see, I sorted now by the moving average. I can do like that. Let's say moving average, okay? I also can take buy, sell signal, how old, and the odds of success, okay? Now you understand why I talk about odds of success. So what I can do is to take the first 20, okay? So how many? I took 20. If 57, I could have taken more. Now I want to prepare myself for the for tomorrow, okay? So what I'm gonna do is to take that list and then move it to the watch list, okay? So I'm gonna click here, add new, okay? I will type it 0514 oil, bullish, right? So undervalued, okay? And then bullish, based on moving average, I can just write moving average, enter. Now I have my watch list, okay? So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to come here, okay? And let's assume from another screen, I will click here, my watch list. You see, where's that? 05. Where was that? Undervalued. Oh, no. Where's that? Was 0514. I did it cars today. Do you see that, guys? Let me refresh that one more time. Sometimes. Let me try it again. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it just took a little bit time. So I click here, and now I have my watch list for tomorrow. Okay. So what I'm gonna do from this point, I'm prepared. I have 20 stocks for tomorrow. I'm thinking to trade up, okay? And then what I typically do is the following. I can take all of them and can move them to scanner in the morning, okay? I'm clicking here, scanner. And now what I'm gonna see tomorrow is intraday data, how they moved inside of the day. This is the end of the day, right? But the good thing about this column, as soon as you click on that, as if you bought them or sold them, you're gonna see how it moves from that particular second. Let's say, let's assume you press that button scanner here, right? Somewhere hour later. So you're gonna see this one is gonna be green because it went up, right? Then this one, it went down, okay? So what you're gonna see is interesting dynamic right here. And if you decide to trade, then all the information is here. Okay. Another way to test yourself whether or not your strategy is good is to use the paper trades. Paper trade is the trading capability as if it is brokerage, but on the paper, okay? So what you're gonna do, you press here, and all of these 20, you can buy or sell short. And that way, you're gonna be recorded a trade for each of them. I'm not gonna screw up my trading. let me show you. So we're here at Tesla. Okay, let me show you the one thing. Yeah, I see there's some questions. I will look at them. Okay, so these are my pivot trades. Okay, so when I do demos or just show you what's going on, then as you can see, I do the paper trades as if it is real. Okay, you see, these are the open trades. Okay, this is the closed trades. So the good thing about the paper trades, you can trade on paper, buying and selling every time $10,000. Okay, so we calculate number of shares and place the trade right here in the open trades. Okay. So what happens, you can, if you sold short, I assume you know what it is, then you can make money when the stock went down, and you can buy, and you expect things to go up, okay? So what you can do is to analyze here your performance. So for instance, you click here on the ticker, then you will see that, oh, I was pretty much good of trading Apple. You can see here, 3 trades I placed and I made money. On the AMD, I was not so good, right? And then on some of the trades, I was good. Let's see where I have other groups. That's pretty much it. Everyone was a single trade. And then within a month, I could have made 17,000. And then analysis as follows. You see, we give you this analysis. Long positions, it was 75% good, so 50-50. But the most important data for you as a trader, your profit, average profit must be greater than your average loss. This is a really good number, okay? And if you have that type of a statistic, then you're a good trader. Okay, so let me look at your questions. Maybe, guys, you really on a point. Okay. Yeah, one explain how to use odds of success percentages. Do you have any channel where we can follow you? Yeah, we have a channel on type ticker on YouTube. Yes, there are a lot of videos. You can also find videos in the here Academy videos. All videos are here. I also give one-on-one lessons. You can read ebooks, okay, blogs, articles. There's a lot of educational materials we have, okay. So I really encourage you to make as many paper trades as possible to get some sense what works for you, what doesn't. And here, what you're gonna see here and a source of ideas is going to be, I traded from scanner, I traded from screener, I traded from pattern search engine, and some other tools we have, and that way you're going to analyze yourself really well. Okay. Now let me go back to the this my watch list. Okay. So in the watch list, you also have fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. I already talked. Some people asking maybe one more time about odds of success. Again, so it means, let's assume you guys heard about moving average. So there was 1 day ago signal, it's going to go up. So we went back to the history, analyzed this, and then how many times. Okay, let me go back and so I will go here, and then I will show you where all the explanations are for this particular row in the screener or scanner for that reason. Okay, so you see, this is the same company I just clicked. Okay, VTVT. And now let's look what's going on here. You remember I showed you that this is a 90%. Look how it is calculated for, let's say, momentum indicator, okay? Let's read that, and that's gonna help you to understand. So momentum indicator is based on crossing the 0 line, Okay, that's the basic of momentum indicator. Then we were saying the following. We found 76 times it went in the positive direction as predicted out of 89. So what it means? It means we went back to the history, found the similar crossing of this momentum indicator 0, we identified that number as 89, then we found that 76 went to a positive direction, and which ended up 85% of the time. And we did overnight all these calculations in advance, and now you don't need to do that, okay? So MACD, okay, if you don't know about MACD, you read it here. Let's look at the explanation. So we found 51 case, and then 40 out of 51 went up. It is 78%, okay? Moving average, where we started, right? It was 41% found cases, and 35 went positive. It's 85%, okay? So we do it with a lot of, I would say, enormous amount of calculations every night, and then pre-calculate all the back tests for you. Okay, now you may appreciate the amount of calculations which is made for every company we support. It's about 5,000 stocks, 1,000 ETFs, Forex, crypto, ETFs, mutual funds, everything, okay? So now, what you can do from that point, from the screener, you can go in this blue field anywhere with that list. That's the kind of the good thing, okay? So you can create watch list. You can move it to portfolio. You can, we're already in the screener, you can move it to scanner, I showed you. You can read all the news about this particular list. You can read all the summaries I showed you. You can go to paper trade. You can go to community predictions. You can move it to the premium products, let's say trend prediction engines, okay? You click it here, and now I'm moving it and see what AI thinks about this particular list, okay? You see, this is all predictions for this list. Okay. So I showed you the basics, and then let me now teach you how to use it and how to find a good strategy from different type of features. As you can see, this is the most full and sophisticated tool which has classics, plus you see in this table artificial intelligence and the human intelligence, what community thinks. If you click here, what to see, as you can see, let's assume I'm thinking, okay, within 1 week, it's gonna go to, let's say, bearish. Click here, and then let's say I'm thinking low, boom. And now you see what the community thinks, pretty much close to what AI thinks. Okay, the blue field is understood, earnings, dividends understood, fundamentals understood. So where you can pick up some particular drop downs for the filtering, it's here, and odds and ratings are here. Okay? So as soon as you pick it up, it's going to be yellow, and then it's going to be recorded here in the filter, which you can save as, and then you can copy URL and transfer it to your friends. Okay. So now let's start walking through the different types of filter. Let's say performance. Okay. So every time you click here, you see today's gainers and then today's losers immediately. So within 1 or 2 clicks, you know today's gainers and losers, or you know within a week, gainers and losers, okay? Within a month, 3 gainers, 3 losers. So what you see here, internet retail, 32% up within 1 month. And then here, at the same time, we have airlines lost 15% within 1 month. Okay, quick and easy. And then if you click here, right, radio button, that list is filled up with the stocks out of, let's say, biotechnology, gained within months 17%. Click here. And now I see 230 stocks right here. Okay, the same industry, we already clicked it. Now let's look at the another smart filter. Here, in a simple sentence, you can create a filter and also save. For instance, stocks trending. Okay, so let's see. Undervalued stocks. Okay. Trending in the direction, let's say, bullish. Okay. With the price, let's say I can pick up between 5 and 20 from particular industry, let's say aerospace and defense. Boom. Okay. No data. So that means there's nothing here from, and if I click any, then I'm going to have not a lot, only 26 stocks for the entire market, which are undervalued with the bullish predictions and with this particular price. You can save that filter. Next time, you're going to be able to click with one click and get that type of a list every time you have access. Okay. And then you can see fundamental analysis, technical analysis, all the fundamentals, earnings. And if you click here, earnings calendar for this particular list, boom, you have all the list, those who are reporting today and other days. Okay. So let's look at the other indexes, okay? So we consider indices as a real set of the tickers. Let's assume you want to see Amex Gold, boom, within, okay, let's say 6 months. You see gold move 33%, oil move down 42%. So when we look at the indices, let's assume you want to pick up all the oil companies. You click here, and then you see the list right here. Okay. Let's assume you want to select NASDAQ 100 and click Amex Oil. Boom, you have all the NASDAQ 100 here, and you see the performance within 6 months. It's kind of broke even. Let's look at the 1 month. It's 3%. And you can then continue to work with this. Okay. Theme. I already talked about themes. As you can see, e-commerce, casinos, all kinds of themes you can create. Let's say solar, okay, boom. And then all the companies which are involved in solar, you can do, you can type here, I don't know, anything, let's say semiconductors, boom. And then you get on a theme, all companies which are involved with the semiconductors, Apple, TSMC, Intel, NVIDIA. Okay, that's how easy to find all the tickers. Okay, now if you do it here, then let's assume you have somewhere list from another source. Then you can copy and paste it right here, and it's going to be resolved. Or you can get here tickers from another watch list. Boom. Let's say analyze today cars. Boom. This is the list. Boom. And now it's all in one nice presentation where you can continue to analyze them. Okay. We have 15 minutes. I think I gave you all the basics which are required for you to use the screener based on stocks. If it is ETFs, it's pretty much the same. You also have all these categories. You have fundamentals. You have also technical analysis. And then we're planning to add here fundamental analysis to the ETFs. Then you can analyze mutual funds. You can analyze Forex and cryptocurrencies. also based on there's a lot of losses, but the sum of the gains. Okay, now let me go to the questions and then go to questions one by one. Chat. Okay. So there was a lot of questions. Thank you guys. I really like it. So the question was, is the AI in filter, in the screener, and the scanner the same as AI trading? Yes, it is the same. Now I understood the question. Yes. So if you go here and then click it here, yes, this is the same. So if you subscribe to AI trend predictions, this is the same presented in a table format. Okay, good question. Now, AI intraday, in AI intraday for day trader, which options use 5, 10, okay, 1 day, which AI intraday options mostly, yeah. About the 30 days, 1 day, yeah, for day trading, we have these tools. Let me show you the tools for the day trading. It is these ones. This is for stocks, forex, and cryptos. This moment, if you click here, what we do for day traders, we go and find the patterns. Today's topic is not about the patterns, but I will touch base. As you can see on the time frames, what is a time frame? It's every point is 5 minutes. You know, in the candlesticks, right? 1 point is 5 minutes. What you can do, you can customize and then find the patterns in 5, 30, 40 hours, like 1 day, okay? If you really want to do day trading, it's good to have like 15 and 30 minutes time frames, the candlesticks. This is a confidence level you can set up, and then save. What you're going to see is patterns are going to be flying onto you as signals, okay, every time we discover them. Obviously, you might say, okay, should I trade immediately on what I see here? Or what my recommendation is still go to ticker full analysis, or you can do paper trade right from here, okay? So let me do like that. I'm gonna test our AI. I make a trade, boom, I wanna buy, and now market is closed. What it's going to do is buy on the opening bell on the market. Okay. Okay. So what happened at this particular moment? It went to the my paper trades. Do I have a? No, I don't. So let me go here. So now this trade is in a pending trade, and it's going to be executed early in the morning. Okay. So as you can see, it's in a pending order. It's you see this one, okay? So my recommendation is as follows: that before trade as pattern, go here and go to this particular company and read about that as much as you can with the full analysis, okay? So what happened with this company, as you can see, this is the groups, it's apparel footwear. That was the performance for 1 quarter. It's kind of stable. This full recommendation, we believe it's gonna go down. All the indicators, everything is here is analysis. This is a support resistance analysis. Trend prediction, it says sell, okay? Earnings, no, it's kind of not bad earnings. Then you can read all the news from other sources, okay? So for instance, you can click here and then move to another website and read more. So that, I think I answered on your question about intraday, kind of intraday and then day trading. Use this tool. That's the best tool for finding the patterns and trade them. Okay. Let me go back to the questions. I have 12 minutes left. Yeah. Like some, okay. Why intraday option mostly? update stocks emerge and confirm days like I don't understand. What is the difference between intraday real time versus end of day stocks parent service? Okay, so intraday real time is as follows. That particularly here, this one is intraday. So this one is intraday. It means we're calculating on the fly. These patterns we're discovering every 5 minutes. Okay, you see, every 5 minutes we discover, every 15 minutes if you customize that, it is within day, we're finding them immediately for you. Okay, end of day service, let's say parents end of day, then we calculate overnight and find these trend predictions overnight as a kind of large trend for a week, for a month. Okay, so that's the difference. We take data on your candle, if you know the candles, then end of day candle, and then analyze them, and this is the end of 5 minutes, and that's the difference. Okay. Okay, let me go to another question. Yeah, please explain how to use odds of success percentages. I think I explained that. Do you have any channel? Yes. Is the odds of success in the screen drop downs the same? Odds of success in the screen drop downs are the same. Is the odds of... Yes, yeah. Is the pay subscriber, what are the advantages of trend prediction engine? Yeah, as I said, trend prediction engine is a kind of a more sophisticated tool than just looking at the indicators, okay? So what it means when you have it, it is crunches a lot of data, not only indicators, but a lot of data. We're teaching our neural network every night, and then it kind of looks at the all kinds of intricacies of this particular stock and then makes that prediction. What we give for free, and we give for free what you can find in some of the services is these indicators. You can find all kinds of indicators on all kinds of websites. First, they never give you the sorts of success. You have to do it on your own, okay? We do it pre-calculations. But that's a kind of classic. What we do with the paid services is we do it on a more sophisticated way than just indicators, okay? When is the best time to enter a stock position for a day trader using breakout entry in AI intraday? Yeah, okay. There is really no a particular time. When we give you this data, where's my screen on this? Yeah, okay. So let me show you. As you can see, when you use this intraday pattern search, it can be, guys, you have to go and look at, what you should do is to look in the Academy for videos or webcasts, okay? Look at them in advance before you use these tools, okay? So for instance, here, there is a past webcasts. You're gonna see the recording of this past webcast tomorrow. But here I talk a lot about how to use the paper trades. It was last week. And this about trends. You can actually listen that webcast. You're gonna find out a lot about the trends, and this is about the patterns, okay? So I'm not going to go to details, but I will tell you that in this particular time, it was 3:55 when this pattern was emerged, and then this pattern was 3:55 and 3:50. So we give you exact time, and then we don't know if they're going to come out, right? So I don't know when is a good time. If you're a day trader, it's kind of a full-time job. And if you are not, then you have to use longer trends, okay? So then you have to use either pattern search engine or the trend prediction engine, or you can use the news and other tools we give you, okay? So let me look at other questions. When is the best time? Oh, I think I answered all the questions. I have 5 minutes. The way that's set up with Zoom is gonna shut down in 5 minutes. Guys, you're welcome with more questions, please. I can talk about other tools. Just tell me what you want me to talk about. Kind of one more question. I'm on 30-day trial. Can I switch to end of day now? Yes, yeah, you can unsubscribe one and subscribe another. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay. One more. Thanks. Sure. Sure, guys. Yeah. So let me think what I've not covered here. I think I covered pretty much everything. I really encourage you to use paper trades. Don't lose your real money. You earn them. Don't lose them. Use paper trades. If you use as much as possible of paper trades, then you're going to be able to see your pattern, your mistakes, your successes, and then do unlimited paper trades like trade groups, analyze what happens, use scanners, okay? And you're going to be better off than with the real money. I have a couple of more questions. AAL is not updated in AI intraday. Yes, it's updated. All stocks are updated in intraday. Yes, they all. Do you continue to add more stocks to your AI? Here's the thing that we have coverage pretty much all stocks end of day. And here I have to check if we did not cover all of them yet, but we keep adding to this set. I just need to check whether or not we have all of them, but we're supposed to have all of them. If not, just report that it is not there. We're going to add that to the mix. But the best way to use it is to really go to here to customize, okay? Go to stocks. Oh, no, we covered 3,500 stocks here, either by category, or you can put here your custom list. Soon, you're going to be able to transfer here through this blue field by clicking here on the clipboard. In a week or two, you can do it clipboard, okay? You see copy to the clipboard. Now you can move it to any document, to spreadsheet from a clipboard. You can really take the list to any other system you want. We really want to help you guys, okay? Okay, what else? Yeah. If you guys don't have any more questions, I hope this webcast is going to help you to use Screener. Listen other webcasts about patterns, trend predictions, news, how to generate news, how to create your own customized news feeds, use paper trades. There's a lot of capabilities right here, and I don't know any company which can match that amount of information and analysis based on AI. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, thank you guys. It's 6:58. Were really good questions, and I like when there are a lot of questions. I like to answer them. So thank you and goodbye. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I stop share, and then I'm going to finish, and then I'm gonna put the video to the webcast. Okay, bye.